Oh my God, so annoying when that happens. All right, so I was in the middle of Malika's about Michael when it just fucking app just shorts out, and I don't know. It just goes right back to the home screen. I want to kill it. All right, so basically it looks like Michael's holding back. There may be a money issue. There may be arguments around him, but you have a new beginning coming up, or an opportunity for a new beginning coming up, and you have a wish around it. So if you want to move forward with him, I think you're going to be getting that opportunity coming up in the near future. Danny, what does Isaac think of me after tonight? It shows that he adores you. He thinks that you're cute, funny, balanced, attractive, smart, successful, and lucky. Julie, why is Don being so nasty to me? He called me. Okay, were you waiting for him to hear from him? Someone you hadn't heard from in a while? Why is he being so nasty? Because he's feeling weak. You know what this is? This is like when a dog bites because they're scared. That's what it is. This here is going to pass. You got the 10 of Cups. It's in reverse, so it may take a minute, but it's going to pass. I would let's just wait and see what happens. I'm glad that you spoke to him, though. Krista, is A still in love with me? There's still feelings there. Yep, there's still feelings there. June, am I liked by my manager, Mariah? Yes. Adriana, does he regret his attitude towards me in the past? Yes, he does. April, general. When you let go of an old hurt, you'll see that you have a lot of choices around you. And the sun is here, which means happiness comes in. And it could be also having to do with dealing with listening to your intuition. Stay in touch with your intuition. Let go of the pain of whatever it is that hurt you in the past and move forward. And that's what's going to happen. And then you're going to be connected to your intuition. And you'll have more choices and opportunities coming in the near future. But it's that old hurt that's sort of holding you back right now. Adriana, will my new dog understand the house rules? I love dogs. Yes. Looks like it's going to be a smart dog. Like it's going to come in pretty smart. Some dogs are smarter than others. Some dogs are too smart. My Weimaraner was way too smart. Francesca, will me and... Oh, you told me yesterday. Noel. Ever be boyfriend and girlfriend? You have a 70% chance of being boyfriend and girlfriend. Possibly this fall, coming up this fall. Isla, Jay's feelings for me. Transformation comes in. He's attracted to you. He thinks you're well balanced. He's starting to feel a little bit more prepared. He thinks that you're smart, intuitive, kind, and nurturing. BB. Am I meant to be successful in life? Is the projects that I'm doing going to be successful? Okay. I think that the project that you're working on is going to be successful. So a question like that is hard to answer. Am I meant to be successful? The universe meets you when you put effort in. So you're really in control of that. So for example, like I have a friend who he doesn't want to work. I don't talk to him anymore, but he doesn't want to work. Like he'll give you every excuse in the book as to why he can't work. Fine. But why can't you have a YouTube channel? He's got nothing to talk about. He's got every fucking excuse in the book. The universe is not helping him out because he's not doing anything. So if you want to be successful and you start putting in effort, right? Like say, for example, when I wanted to be a yoga teacher, I was working full-time and I was working part-time, but I still wanted to teach yoga. I knew I couldn't just quit my jobs and hope that I was going to get yoga classes. But I started to take what I could fit into my schedule. And then the universe started opening up the door a little bit. Then I lost my full-time job, and then I had more time that I could teach. So are you meant to be successful? Everybody's meant to be successful if they choose it. You know, it's not the kind of thing where it's like either you're successful or you're not. The more successful you'll be with the more that you try things and you continue working with things. So it's very interesting the way things work. Like you can't just sit at home and not do anything and am I going to be successful? No, you have to take action as well. So that was a good question. Serge, how does Drew feel towards me and does he miss me? Okay. He does miss you. He feels that you're very well balanced. You're spontaneous. You're spunky. You are compassionate, loving, kind, attractive, independent, hardworking, and loyal. June, what are Troy's next actions towards me? He may want to do something willy-nilly out of the blue that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Like, and it may almost be even a little bit out of character. But you have a wish that comes true around your relationship with him, so hang in there. Adriana, do I have a secret admirer? And if so, what sign? Okay. I think you have a Cancer around you that's got a little bit of a crush. Moon, general about work. How long will VTO last? I don't know what VTO means, but I'm just going to ask, how long will VTO last? It could be 12 days or another 12 days. You may have an idea that comes up around work that is beneficial and pushes your career forward. And it would be something that's meant to be that leads to a lot of happiness. So I don't know if it's implementing a new procedure or opening up a new business or opening up another location. I don't know what you do for a living. But coming up with an idea that leads to greater success. L. Will I hear from the investigator soon? You could hear from them in 5 days. If not in 5 days, it would be the very beginning of the spring, like maybe 5 days into spring. There's a 5 around it. How does Jen feel about the investigation? I don't know if she feels nervous about it or if she feels like there's something about it that worries her. I don't know if it's like a fear as to what maybe found out or if it's that if she's afraid of the investigation. I don't know. There's some kind of fear around it and feeling a little bit uneasy. Adriana, am I going to get a super high position in the company? Okay. I'm only getting a 33% chance that you're going to get a super high position. So I'm thinking that they may start you off a little bit lower and it may take time to get there, but you'll get there. It just might take a minute. Anna, did he cheat and was he intimate with someone between 2017 and 2020? And do I know her? Okay. I think he did cheat. And do I know her? And it's not someone you know. It's not somebody that you know. You didn't get any aces for that. All right, I finished this stupid one that shut off. Now let me go to the new one. It's so annoying. I hate, you have no idea how much I hate when that happens. Okay, now I'm on this one. Okay. Georgia, is there anything new in love from me? You have a Libra that could be coming in here out of the blue that you may have to make a decision. It's going to be your choice whether or not you want to be with them. I think that they're going to be a hard, they'll be very kind. They may be very compassionate, but you still may not be sure if you want to go with them. Sandy, general reading. Okay, you have a wish that comes in and happiness. You also have some adventurous times coming up and life is going to move forward very quickly. Feeling a little bit more appreciated, and there may be an air sign around you, a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius that is like fated, divine intervention. If you're not with anyone, this person's coming in. If you are with someone, then what those cards could mean is that there may be sharp words between you and this person, but you're still destined to be together, but there may be some kind of a significant conversation that has sharp words with the King of Swords. Danny, Would you recommend a spell for Isaac to move forward? I'm going to ask the cards, but my thing with spell work is I don't think there's anything wrong with doing it, and I actually do a lot of them for people, but there's no guarantee with it, and my only suggestion is to make sure that it's something that you really want before you do it. Now, I've been doing them for years and years, and I only once, I'm not even kidding you, every now and again he shows up in the chat room, but only once did I do it. And they usually take me, when I do them, 3 to 5 days, depending on how fast the candle burns. And I did one. I started one on Friday. It was a love spell. And I'm not kidding you. Saturday night, she shows up at his door. And I'm like, holy shit. I didn't even believe it. I'm like, I cannot believe that she showed up that fast. And they're still together. And I'm like, that's the only time that ever happened. It usually takes time. It usually doesn't happen that fast. But that guy, but he was really working with me because he was really believing that she was going to show up. And I could not believe she showed up the next night. 70% chance, yes, you should do a love spell. Cool, Mom. Do you see a future together between me and Brian? I'm only getting a 33% chance that there's a future, but you have the intuition here, the intuition card here. And that can go up higher if he is an air sign, because you have an air sign here, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So my thing would be 33% chance if he's not an air sign. If he is, it goes up to about a 50% chance. If you really work with your intuition and listen to it, it can go up even higher than that, to like 75, 80% chance that you guys are together in the future. So what I mean about using your intuition, like if something doesn't feel right, don't do it. Make sure that you don't do it. Like listen to your intuition. And vice versa. If you get like divine inspired action, act on it. Isla, general love for Jay and me. There's passion that surrounds this, but along with passion comes a lot of arguments. So I don't know what's going on there with the arguments, and it leads to like a mini breakdown here. The tower's in reverse. It's not something terrible. It's not catastrophic, but there is a little bit of a disaster. And then somebody may go into isolation. The hermit in reverse is isolation, but not necessarily for the best reason. Upright, it would be like turning in, contemplating, thinking about what it is you want. In reverse, it's sort of like isolating, like you want to be left alone. But then moving forward, we get past that, and you have a wish that comes true around this situation. So it could be a little bit rocky for a minute. Susie, is he thinking of me, and what's he thinking? He is thinking of you, and I think he's wondering whether or not things are going to be over, or if you guys are going to fix things, or what's going to happen. I think he kind of feels a little bit embarrassed. Adriana, I am lost. What's my mission on Earth? All right, let's pull spirit cards for that, because we got to ask spirit about that. Well, you got two archangels around you. You have the awakening, Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So with a card like this, I would think you know who you are. You know what you're here to do. So, like, in other words, like, for me, I like to help people. Like, not even just people. Like, I really like to help dogs. But, like, emotionally, I wouldn't be able to handle that because I get too attached. So I don't. You know, like, I rescue the dogs that I have that live with me, but I could not, I couldn't work for the ASPCA. But you know what you're here to do by what moves you. So for me, I think I'm always going to have a dog. Like, that to me is something that's important. And I think that you know what you're here to do. You just have to, like, you just have to think about it for a minute, but you already know it. And then you have to just figure out how you can cultivate that part of your life. Like I said before, when I wanted to learn how to teach yoga, or when I wanted to teach yoga, I had to do it step by step. I couldn't just quit a full-time job and hope that I was going to get hired somewhere at some studio. Like, I couldn't do that. So figure out how you can fit in what it is that you think that you're here for. You know what it is. The High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. Listen to your intuition. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. The Eight of Air, an illusion of being trapped, lack of self-confidence, and afraid to take action. I mean, this is like perfect for almost everyone. When I was working full-time and I was doing accounting, like, how I even ended up there, I don't even know. I was doing bookkeeping for A&P for years, and I needed a full-time job. And they were hiring, and I had experience bookkeeping, so that's how I got into accounting. But that line of work is not for me. But at the moment, I thought that it was. Like, I was even considering going back to school to become an accountant. Can you imagine? That's what I thought. So sometimes it takes a minute to really figure out what it is that you want, not what you think you should want. Susie, will I see him before his birthday on the 26th? Okay, let's see. I only get a 33% chance that you'll see him before then, so I'm not convinced that you will. Alina, new love for me. Okay. You're going to have choices. You're going to have a lot of choices around a new beginning in love. Could be with a Sagittarius that's very adventurous. There's also an Aquarius here. Oh, God, and a Leo. You're going to have some choices. One of them comes out of the blue, or they may all come in out of the blue, but you're going to have a whole lot going on coming up. June. I'm a CNA. Would I make a good nurse, LPN? Yes, you would. Definitely. Hannah. How is YF feeling lately? Well, on one hand, he's feeling balanced and calm. And on the other hand, he's also feeling a little bit stuck in the mud. A little bit regretful, a little bit stuck in the mud, a little bit trying to have patience, but I think he's getting a little bit frustrated with his life. Adriana, how's it going to be my first relationship ever? You're going to feel like finally you got what you deserved and there's success around the relationship. There's success around the relationship, and I think you're going to be very happy. And it may happen out of the blue all of a sudden. Oh, I skipped Andrea. Hang on, let me go back up and find her. Susie, Isla. Oh my God, I must have skipped it a long time ago. Andrea, can you send me the question with blue hearts? No. Send them with, yeah, well, I don't know, purple hearts. Purple hearts if it's PayPal. No, shit. Purple hearts if it's a super chat. Blue hearts if it's PayPal. Susie, I normally charge $25, but I'm doing a sale for $22 for St. Patty's Day. Adriana, is he wanting to reconcile for real? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think it's going to be for real. Siba, is he interested in any other girl besides me? I don't think so. Nobody comes up that strong. Susie, does he realize that I'll take him back if he sorts it? I don't think he can see that right now. No, I don't think he knows. Andrea, general reading. Okay, a secret may be getting revealed coming up, and you may feel like justice has abandoned you, but it's not true. You may be feeling a little stabbed in the back, a little bit unsuccessful. And you may also be a little bit undecided, but moving forward. Now, this could be an earth sign that shows up, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or it could be if you're in a current relationship, your current relationship would be moving forward. Slow and steady wins the race. And then finally, the final card here is Temperance, which is like balance, patience, compassion comes in, and feeling much more serene. Melissa, the Aries guy's current feelings towards me. He thinks that you're happy, smart, successful, funny, adventurous, attractive, fun-loving, independent, decisive, serene, spontaneous, and full of passion. Capricorn, what should I expect in the near future? To have choices, maybe with a water sign, a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer. And it would be a relationship that's built on solid ground. The roots would run real deep. If you got involved in this, it would click real fast. Anjali, when will I get a new job? I think you will this summer. Maria, General love with me in the Libra. When you step out of your box or step out of your comfort zone, take a leap of faith. Happiness comes in and you feel like the world is at your feet. Happiness is here. So he could be coming in with an offering of love, but you kind of have to get out of your own way, or you have to do something out of the ordinary that may not normally be your thing. I don't know, like he may come in and want to, I don't know, go rock climbing or some kind of craziness, and you take a leap of faith and it works out. You may be like, all right, what the hell? Sweet thing, do you see any carefree times coming in for me? Yes. Yes. This summer should be full of them. Isla, what's his next actions towards me? You should get a message from him. He should start communicating more, but he's still kind of holding himself back. But there will be more communication. Sweet thing, what is the Leo feeling about me? All right, I don't know who the Leo is, but they come up feeling anxious and worried about you. And they feel a little stuck, the Hangman, and a little bit unbalanced. So I'm not sure what's going on here with the Leo, but they're feeling a little bit anxious. Red Nappy. Anything in love? You have a fire sign coming in that's going to make you feel like you have the world at your feet. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries if you're not with anyone. Use your intuition when this person comes in. You're going to have a great spiritual connection to them, or you may find that you and this person take on a spiritual practice together that you both get a lot out of. There's a wish coming in around love for you and cause for celebration. Pretty good. Anna. Oh, was it the one about him cheating? I do think that he cheated. I don't think that it was anybody that you knew. And it was pretty high. I got 3 aces, which would be 99% chance, yes, he cheated, and no aces for if it was somebody that you knew. So I don't think it was someone that you knew. Baby Fantasia, how will I meet my next lover? Okay, I can't tell you that. I don't know. I can try to pull up an arena that you would meet them at, but it's like if I could tell people how, when, where they or who they were meeting, I can't. We don't know that stuff. I mean, my best guess would be that it would happen through a friend. Like, and it wouldn't be a setup. It would be the kind of thing where if you would go to a friend's house and the person would be there already, but not as a setup. Like they would just be there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe somebody has a party and that's how you meet it, through a friend, but not like a setup. Sweet thing. Do my baby boy have any empath abilities? Okay, let's see. Yes. Oh, Andrea, general love reading. Okay. You have a little anxiety around love, but you also have passion coming in. So once the passion comes in, I think you're going to let go of the anxiety. There's a water sign around you, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. But you have to leave the past in the past to move forward with this person. If you choose to move forward with them, it would be a relationship that would be divinely guided, and it would be very calm and serene. This stupid ass phone is buffering. Hang on. Now it's not gonna fucking connect. It's so annoying. I did that. Anna, I paid $5 for the reading. Yeah, it was the one about the cheating. I said that I had 3 aces, which 99% chance that he did cheat. And then I had no aces when I asked if it was someone that you knew. So I don't think it was someone that you knew. I think it was somebody else. Stephanie, he didn't text me back when I texted him tonight. He didn't text me back. Okay, let's see. Whoops. Use your intuition. Use your intuition. He's feeling more balanced, but he feels like he's got choices around him. And I think he's still dealing with or fighting with that other woman. And I think that he hasn't gotten through all that garbage yet. I think he's going to get back to you. He may not get back to you tonight, but I think he will get back to you soon. Baby, in the next 6 months, what can I expect in love? You're not going to be feeling so weighed down by love. You have an earth sign coming in. If you're not with anyone right now, a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo can show up. This person would have a creative side. They may be a Virgo, and they're going to be very attractive. You'll feel like you made it to the top of the mountain, and all 10 cups will feel like they're full. So you got some good stuff coming in. Let me see if I can... I can't get it. Adriana, will I be living with my boyfriend in the future? Yes, you will be. Okay. I think I got this one working again. Goddess, general for the rest of the month. Financial stability comes in between now and the end of the month. Now, I'm not going to say that you're going to make $1 million, but you may be feeling a little bit more secure by the end of the month. Money starts to flow in much more free. And it also could be that maybe bills lessen, or maybe you pay off a bill or something. There's relief around that too. Anna, is that his reason for not communicating with me now? Does he regret doing it? And will he admit his wrongs with me? Okay, let's see. It has nothing to do with why he's not talking to you now. I'm only getting a 33% chance that he's going to fess up to it. So no, I don't think he's going to want to talk about it, to be honest. I don't know that he's going to admit it. I think he's going to want to leave it in the past. Julie, how are things with Don and his woman? How does she feel? Okay. She feels a little bit regretful about something, and she feels like things are a little bit unbalanced and like she doesn't have any other choices. She's disconnected from her intuition, and she feels like the relationship has moved very slowly. I think he may feel like things are okay, but I think that she wants more and she's not getting it. Susie, I want you to do a spell for me. What will be the outcome? You want a love spell? The love spells that I do them on Fridays. Thing is that, like, we can do a love spell and that's fine, but if he's got mental problems, the love spell isn't gonna correct that. Do you know what I mean? Like, the love spell could clean out energy, it can send well wishes, that kind of stuff, but if he's got mental issues, they need to be addressed separate. You know what I'm saying? The love spell shows that you're going to have choices. Huh. Well, it depends exactly what kind of love spell you want me to do, because it shows that after the love spell, you have choices. So if you wanted me to do a love spell just to open you up to other loves, to call in other loves, that might not be a bad idea, because you're going to have choices. That's what it shows. And somebody may come in pursuing you pretty hard. Think about it. Think about it. I'm doing them Friday. I already have 2 people, I think, 2 or 3 people that were interested in love spells for Friday. Anna, when he cheated last year or earlier, okay, was he cheating last year? I only got 33% that it was last year. So let's see, was it the year before last? %33 chance. Did he cheat earlier this year? 70% chance that he cheated earlier this year. Last year or earlier this year. Wait a minute. Let me I'm confused. Hang on. I think it was from 2017 to the 2020, right? I think that it goes back earlier in the relationship, not earlier this year. I think that it was earlier in the relationship. I don't think that it was earlier this year. Adriana, what would he tell me right now? He's sorry. He's regretful. And he's feeling a little bit weak. Anna, when was it between August? Let's see. Was he cheating between August 2019 and now? %70 chance. I think it happened way back when in 2017. I think that for the 2 years in between, there wasn't much going on. And now I think that maybe something happened in like August, the August of 2019. But I'm not convinced that it carried on to this year. Maybe it happened from August to December, because it didn't come up strong that it was going on this year. Choco, I want to know, how is the Capricorn currently feeling about me? How's the Capricorn currently feeling? Well, it shows that he's feeling like I don't know what happened between you and him, but if there was a fight or something recently, he's getting over that. He doesn't want to argue anymore. He's actually looking to have fun, carefree times with you, and some like spontaneous times. He's putting heartbreak in the past, and he's going to start treating you like, I think you said it here, Empress, Roman goddess. He's going to be treating you like a queen. There's also a whole lot of money around him, or there will be. Maybe he didn't get it yet. Why is he being so good to me now? Did he realize his mistakes? You know what? I think that that's exactly what it is. Let's see. He is being good to you because he thinks that now he's starting to feel like there's a reason why you were brought into his life. The Judgment card is here, which is like divine timing. But I also feel like I wouldn't trust him 100% just yet, because I think something happened and he's wounded. And I'm not saying that his feelings for you are not legit. I think that they are. But I think he's coming from a wounded place. And I would just be a little bit careful with him. Like, I do think that he realizes that you treated him much better than anybody else. But I'm kind of skeptical that he may, like, he's hurting right now, so he's being nice. But when he's not hurting, he may go back to the way that he used to be. So just be aware. Oh, God. Excuse me. Sue, How will Adam respond if I reach out for advice? I think that he would be receptive. You got the 10 cups and you have the judgment card. I think that he would, I think you would do well if you reached out for advice. Adriana, should I let him go or not? Should I let him go? Not yet. Now is not the time. There's more to come. Anna. He did that. Why? When between August and the end of last year, did he do it to hurt me? And why did he do it? All right, let's see. Nope, he does not love her. I think that she was just happened to be there at the right place at the right time. I'm kind of curious as to why you bring this up. Yeah, you never thought that he cheated on you before. What's making you think that now? No, there's no love here between him and whoever this is. It's like she was at the right place at the right time. Priscilla, what are Jose's intentions and feelings? Okay, I want to straighten out this leg here. Ooh. He may be looking to spend a day alone with you, like go away for the day, or do something that's not local, like, I don't know, like spend the day doing something in another town. It looks like your relationship with him can change pretty quickly. And I think he feels like that, first of all, you got the Empress here, so you know what that means. But you have the Three of Pentacles here, which would be that the relationship can be built on solid ground, and he feels that. With the Empress, the only thing that you should be concerned about is if you don't want children. Be careful. Otherwise, he should be treating you really, really well. Love spell. Anyone that wants a love spell, you just email me the situation, what you want, your name, your birthday. They're $22 and they get done. I'm doing a sale for St. Patty's Day. I have to start them on Friday because Friday is the day of Venus. So that's the day to do the love spells. So between now and like Thursday night. And I just need what you want out of the situation, your birthday. And that's it. Your birthday and your name. That's all. And then I'll send you a video of it. I always make videos of them. Because then the way the candle burns will tell us. You know, it could give us some, kind of like a reading, sort of, on the situation. Anna, will it matter if I walk away knowing he's cheated without a reason? Will it matter if I walk away? If you walk away, I think he's going to still come for you. Like, I still think that he wants more from this situation. I'm not making excuses for this guy because there's no reason to cheat on anyone. But I'm just wondering if you and him were on the same page, because it's very odd to me that you haven't heard from him since August. And, like, what happened to him and how come he's not reaching out? even though I do think that you're going to hear from him in June, I'm wondering if he was thinking that the relationship was a little bit more laid back than you were thinking. And I'm curious too to see if you confronted him about your relationship, what he would say. Like, I don't know if he would tell you the truth, you know, like, yeah, I was seeing somebody else, or yeah, there's been other people. I don't think that he would admit it if I'm. The cards were saying that he wasn't going to admit it, but I'm curious to see if he's on the same page as you with the whole situation. I do think he's going to show up at some point. I was thinking with the cards said a couple of weeks ago or a couple of days ago, June, right? Wasn't somebody coming in June? And I think it was him. This stupid thing is buffering. I don't understand why it's got a buffer. Whatever. I'll just use this one. Yeah. Yeah, just send me an email and tell me your birthday and what you want. Like what are you looking for? Like some people will say, you know, I want tall, dark, and handsome. You know, and other people they'll want a specific person. Anna. Oh, okay. That's when we got more serious in 2019. Is what I worry about this year. Okay, let me see. Let's have a look and see what's going on with him now. The way that he's been looking when I've been reading him, it doesn't look like he's fooling around with anyone now. I mean, he's actually looking like he's kind of a little bit depressed and not happy where he is. Yeah, see, he comes up now as feeling very weak, very slow moving, very contemplative. And it doesn't show that there's anybody around him. Like, there's nobody around him that's of significance. There's nobody even that shows up in the reading. So I don't think there's anybody with him right now. I actually don't feel like he's in the best place right now. Ah. Okay, Anna, does he fear that I will reject based on my intuition of his unfaithfulness? Does he care? Okay, let me see. I don't think he thinks that you think that he's been unfaithful. I also think that his excuse would be that, you know, you weren't as exclusive or you weren't as serious. Guys tend to come up with some pretty creative excuses and ways to justify things. Why can't this just hook? I don't understand why it doesn't hook up. This one's working. Why doesn't that one work? And does he care how I feel about his loyalty for me? He does care. He does care. But like I said, I'm curious as to whether or not, if you have a conversation with him about this, if you and him are on the same page, because I think that he may think I don't know if he doesn't think that you're exclusive. I don't know what he's thinking, but I think that he would have some way of justifying it, and I don't think that he would think that he was wrong. Queen, what is George's energy towards me today? Okay. He's feeling a little argumentative today and a little bit like he's waiting for his ship to come in. I don't know. He's kind of angry today or aggravated today and feeling like things are not moving forward right now or they're not evolving right now. But that's for today. Anna, not talking to him on his birthday upset me. Does he care? I pray that he doesn't miss my birthday. Okay, let's see. Will he miss Anna's birthday? I'm only getting a 33% chance he's going to miss your birthday. Queen, if I do a love spell on George, what will happen? Will he find out? He's very intuitive. He's not going to find out. No. No. I mean, I always prefer, like, my studying Wicca for years, my thing is always to kind of just put it out into the universe, let the universe send me who the person is. But I don't think there's anything wrong, especially if you have a past with somebody and you want to strengthen the relationship, rekindle the relationship. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The only time I would think something was wrong is if you were doing something evil to somebody or you wanted to harm them. So I don't think, and I don't think that he'll find out. Even if he sort of thought that you did, I don't think that I mean, there's no way for him to know. He would never know for sure. Anna, he told me that he loved me the last time we talked and he was expressing his love for me in August. Was he lying? Yeah, I do think that he's showing up in June. The thing is that timing is such a bitch. It's such a bitch. I was just talking to the woman that does my cards just the other day, and she said to me, we were talking about Avery. She's like, I stopped telling you. She's like, I stopped telling you that I saw you pregnant because I mean, she was telling me for like 15 years. I'm not even kidding. She was telling me for 15 years. From one of the first times that I went to see her, be careful you don't get pregnant. Are you sure you're not pregnant? No, 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 no. And then all of a sudden, one day I was. So sometimes the timing thing can be a real bitch. All right, let's see. Was he lying about being in love? No, he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. Priscilla. Empress will get pregnant by Jose. I do want kids. Okay, let's see. I'm only getting a 33% chance, but that may be just because it's a far way off. Like it may not be happening this year, or it might be a couple of years from now. Stephanie, I sent him another text message saying I'm over it. I feel like he ignored my text. How is he going to react? I don't think he's going to respond to that one. Page of Swords is in reverse. He's feeling a little bit betrayed. He feels like he's dealing with enough bullshit, and I don't think that he's going to answer it. Not now, anyway. He's feeling like he's a little overwhelmed at this point. Oh, lost my spot. Am I Julie? No, I didn't get there yet. Hang on. Shit. Julie, how and why will the girl and Donald break up? Somebody's just not going to be happy. They have a tower moment coming in here, and somebody's very anxious. The relationship is weak. It's going to break. It's going to break. That's it. How is it going to break? I think that there's so much bullshit that's gone on, or it doesn't even really look like it's a lot of drama. It looks like it's like a lot of nothing. Like I just think that one person's just not feeling it. And I asked him earlier in 2019 about us adopting a girl since I lost mine and his baby in 2009. We will do that eventually, even in our 50s. Okay, let's see. Will we adopt a baby girl? I'm only getting a 33% chance that you're going to adopt a child. So I'm not convinced of that at this point. Siba, send the question with the blue hearts. Queen, when will George end things with Catherine for good? The beginning of the end could start this summer. That might be the beginning. It's not going to be a clean break. It's not going to be, you know, we're done and that's it. It's going to be, they're going to break up. It's going to come back and forth. It's going to be a process. She may not be finally out of the picture until sometime like in the fall. Anna, will Val marry Lamont? And will Pam marry Calvin? Okay, let's ask, will Val marry Lamont? 70% chance, yes, she's marrying Lamont. What was the other one? I don't remember the names. Will Pam marry Calvin? Will Pam marry Calvin? She only has a 33% chance. I think that the other two, Val, that she may get married. Julie, Donald said that he didn't want anything serious with me. Is that true? Does he love this other woman? Okay. He doesn't love her. There's no real love between the two of them. But I don't think that he was lying when he said he didn't want anything serious. I don't know what happened or how this woman got him, or if he's even committed to her. He may not be. It may not be that serious. But he's looking like he doesn't really want anything serious. That might be why it's working out with this woman as long as it has. But neither one of them look like they're too thrilled. Hannah, did Jay mean for me to see that trip cruise on IG? Did he specifically send it for me to see, saying he loved it? Okay. I wonder, what does the trip cruise mean? Well, what is it that you saw? I only get a 33% chance that he did it for you to see. So I think that it just happened. I think it was more of like a coincidental thing. Or he was just honestly saying that he enjoyed it. I don't even know what it is, but it doesn't matter. That's the way it read. Allison, should I take the party bus company to small claims? Will I win? %70 chance you will win. Siba, where is my connection with T the Leo going? Okay. It's moving forward fast in 2020. You may be feeling a little bit burdened by it, but don't worry, use your intuition. He comes in out of the blue if you haven't heard from him, and happiness is around this. Happiness on all levels. I think you're going to be fine in 2020 with him. Priscilla, my question about Jay's intentions and feelings, you pulled the Empress card and said that the only thing that, well, what it means is when the Empress card shows up, there's always a chance that you can conceive a child. Or it could be the birth or the conception of a child. So my concern is that if you don't want children, or if you haven't discussed it with him, be very careful, because it could be something that happens. Now, in a new relationship, or in a relationship where we haven't discussed children, it can throw a real monkey wrench into the situation. You know, like sometimes, like, I'll read for women and they'll be like, well, am I going to get pregnant? And I'm like, you met him Tuesday, you know? And I'm like, let's not put the cart before the horse, because it can throw a real monkey wrench into the relationship. So my thing is that if you do want children, you can have one, because the Empress is there. But make sure that the timing is right, and that's something that you discuss. Do accidents happen? Yeah, I'm one right here. And so here I am telling everybody else. Meanwhile, ours was not planned. but I mean, it was also 6 years in the making. It wasn't like it happened overnight, you know. But my point is that rather than, you don't want to have a situation that you're not prepared for in a relationship that could be very good, and then you have like this big issue here. So my suggestion is that if you do want children, they're there. It can happen. Just make sure that either you discuss it first, or you're careful until you do, because I don't want to see a big problem come between two people that are starting a new relationship. That's why I always kind of phrase it like that. You know, if you were married for 5 or 10 years or something, and then all of a sudden I saw that, it wouldn't be such a big deal. It'd be like, well, there's another kid here, you know, whatever. But when it's a new relationship, I always caution people, because it can destroy a relationship, especially if one person wants it and the other one doesn't. Queen, when George is finally done with Catherine, will we be together? You know what? It's going to be your choice, and I hate to say it, but I think you may decide that you don't want him. You're going to get a chance. You're going to get another opportunity with him, and it's free will. You could change your mind, but according to the cards, you may tell him, hit the road, Jack. But it's going to be your choice, so keep that in mind. Anna, when Jay gets back to the States, will we be fully committed with a live or a proposal? Okay, let's see. Right now, I'm only getting 33% chance, so it might take some time. It may not happen right away. Anna, it was in England. It was to England, the cruise. I responded with thumbs up, so I thought it was for me. Let me ask. Was it for Anna? 33%. So I would say with 33% that it wasn't specifically for you, but it was part of it. So it might have been the kind of thing where he put it up and he thought, oh, I had a really great time, or I really love this. And also figured, oh, and she'll probably notice this too, or she'll probably, I don't know if you've ever mentioned that you wanted to take a cruise or whatever. It might have crossed his mind about you the time he was posting it. You were part of, but it wasn't exclusively for you. Anna, does he still desire passion from me? Okay. Oh, yeah, definitely. Julie, how long will Don be with this woman? I don't think it makes it to the end of the year. Anna, did he have sex overseas or was it in the United States? Okay, did he have sex overseas? I think it happened overseas. Rising. What's Ryan's intentions towards Mel? Well, he comes in out of the blue. His goal is for happiness, but it looks like he kind of self-sabotages himself along the way. He doesn't put in enough effort, but then that changes. And then he feels like the relationship is a little ungrounded and a little upside down, but then that changes, and then there's some anxiety around him. But it looks like in the long run, he does want a happy relationship, but he can't seem to get out of his own way. Melissa, when should I expect to hear from Brian? Nine of clubs. If you don't hear from him in 9 days, it's probably going to be about 9 weeks. Queen, if I reject George, what will happen? Will I find someone better? I think you'd already have someone better. I think you would already be with somebody better. Let's check. Yeah. You could be with an earth sign, a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. Or it could be that relationship is starting when he comes back and you're like, hell no, I'm not going to give up this to go back to that. But it's going to be your choice. Priscilla, will Jose text me soon? And does he have love for me? Okay. You're going to hear from him soon, but he's not in love yet. He's interested. He's into it. Excuse me, but he's not in love yet. He needs a little more time. Anna, was it just sex or was it a relationship? Was it just sex? Yeah, it may have been just something random too. It wasn't a relationship. Julie, how long has Don and this woman been together? Could be about 5 months or almost 5 months. Anna, has he given up on our connection? Nope. Julie, will Don have any children with her? I don't think so. All right, let me go back up to the top. Let me see if I can get this stupid phone to work. Okay, I am at Shawnee. Shawnee, love for spring and summer and fall. Okay, what's going on here for Shawnee? Stop worrying about love. You got a lot of worrying about love. You got some anger, some bickering. Step out of your box, spin the wheel of fortune, and somebody comes in out of the blue. That person could be an earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. They're going to be pursuing you very hard, and it leads to the 10 cups. 10 cups being full. All 10 cups full, happiness on all levels. I think you're going to be all right. I think you're going to meet someone new. Vet. I don't see the question yet for Vet, so let me do Anna's. Has he confided in his sister about his feelings for me or his actions with his sister or daughter about us? All right. Has he talked to his sister or his daughter about this connection and what's going to happen? Yes, I do think that he's talked to them about it. I think that they're pretty much know what's happening, or they've had discussions about it before. Vet, what does Freddie want from me? Does he want me to just help him get on his feet, or is it love? Okay. Is it love? I'm only getting a 33% chance it's love. So to me, that means that it's growing. It's not there yet. He does appreciate that you're helping him get on his feet. And I do think that he's going to be around a lot. So just kind of hang in there. If you want more from him, I think that it can grow to be more, but it's not totally there just yet. Sarah, when will he file for divorce from his karmic? Sometime this fall. Anna, do they support him or support me or disagree with his actions? Well, I don't think that they've spoken about anything in a while. I think he's been pretty much quiet with everyone. But I don't think that they're surprised by anything. Like, I think that I think that they liked you, and I don't think they had a problem with him being with you. I think that they kind of assumed that you guys were going to be together. And I think that as of right now, I don't think he said anything in quite some time about you, but I don't think that he's really spoken to them much either. I don't think that this silence is just between you and him. I think it's between him and a lot of people. Stephanie, how will things go when I see him tomorrow at work? Oh, excuse me. Things are going to be better tomorrow. You got the 10 cups. Things are going to be better tomorrow. It's not going to be so stressful. I don't know if he apologizes before then or he reaches out before then. He does something that makes it not so awkward. I don't think it's going to be bad tomorrow. Priscilla, will I have 2 love offers in the future? You have an air sign here, so I don't know what the other guy's sign was. I don't remember, but it would be two love offers if the other guy is not an air sign: Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Anna, is it me and him going through a karmic cycle and lessons learned? I'm only getting 33% chance that this is a karmic cycle. But if you're feeling like that, then you got to break the energy of that. If you feel like it's like some kind of a rotten cycle, do something different. If you're always on social media and he can see, you can see if somebody's on, then boycott social media for a while. Disappear. Just so that whatever energy you normally have changes, because that usually stirs the pot and changes things up a little bit. So if you're normally never on social media, go on social media. Just do something different. It should help to change the energy of the situation. And if you're feeling like it's some sort of a cycle that you keep reliving. Queen, does Spirit think I should take George back when he comes back and makes an offer? I think it's going to be your decision. I knew that was going to happen. It's for you to decide. So some things, right? I think that some things are fated, totally fated, and then other things we have free will. So what was the story? Something came up recently. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, but like the story that I always tell, the woman that reads my cards, she told me once that she had a client, it was a young girl, came in and she said to her, oh, you're getting engaged. And the girl was like, no, I'm not getting engaged. Like, she just wasn't thinking it. Next week, she comes back in, she got engaged. So now the girl in her head thinks that she's getting married. So, like, the way the mind works, right? The way your brain works, it's logic. It's like, okay, I get a marriage proposal, I get a ring, I get married. However, so having that mentality and being young and immature, she went out and she was like cheating on her boyfriend and doing all kinds of shit. The boyfriend finds out and then he dumps her. So she goes back in and she says, I'm not getting married. You told me I was getting married. So the woman that reads me, she's like, no. She's like, I told you that you were getting engaged. That doesn't mean that you have the right to go out and do whatever you want because you think it's written in stone. There's free will here. Like, you have the opportunity. You don't have to take it. And I think that a lot of that happens in life, you know, like where you come to a crossroads, you know, and like, do I go to the right or do I go to the left? And you make the decision. And sometimes if you don't make the right decision, or, you know, you go to the left, you can keep going to the left and going to the left. Eventually it takes you to the right. You know, if I pulled out of my complex and I made 3 rights, right, it would take me back to the left, and vice versa. So sometimes, yeah, it takes a while to get there. And I think that ultimately this is going to be your choice as to whether or not you want to go back with him. I personally think that most of the time, this is not an intuitive thing or anything. This is just what I've seen happen in relationships like this, and I've seen so many of them. I've been in them myself. Usually when the person meets somebody else and is just about to move on and has finally forgotten the other person, it's when they show back up. And usually the person who has the choice usually doesn't choose to go back. That's just what I've seen. It has nothing to do with it. It's not a prediction. That's just what I've seen. So things get very interesting. Some things I think you don't have a choice, you know, and I think a lot of us don't have a choice. You don't choose when you're born. You don't choose when you die. Excuse me. Anna, will he offer me love by June, my birthday month? Okay, let's see. There's an offering of love coming in June, the birthday month. I'm not convinced of it. I'm only getting a 33% chance. Stephanie, why does he act like his actions are okay when he's being rude at times, and he acts like he didn't do no wrong, and I'm over here exaggerating in my feelings? Does he know that he makes me feel bad? He has no idea that he makes you feel this bad. He knows he can be an asshole, but he has no idea that he makes you feel this bad. Queen, will the new love that's coming in the future be a good, stable relationship? Yeah, and it's going to be with somebody who is like on board and like putting in effort. Yeah, it's going to be curious to see how this plays out. Anna, what will he offer me? In June, right? This is what we're talking about? I don't look. This is him coming back here, the Six of Cups. I don't think that he's going to offer you anything. I think he's just going to come back. He's going to try to. I think he's going to try to ease his way back in. I don't think he's going to come right out and be upfront about this. And it looks like at that point, he may want things to move forward quickly. But there's like successes in reverse. I don't know. You might hold it up. Maybe it may be your choice. You may be like, hey, listen, you disappeared for all this time. Now let's take it one day at a time. I don't think he's gonna come in and like make a suggestion for anything over the top. I think he's just gonna come in and he's gonna try to like see what happens. I don't think he's got a real plan. Julie, when Don breaks up, will he be running back to me? Yep, he sure will. Malapali, love reading. You have a wish around love. You have some adventurous times coming in around love. Times being spent in the home, relaxing. A spiritual connection around love. And balance and patience around love. It should be a decent time. Snow on the Sahara, will the ex-young Aries guy reconcile with me? Yeah, he's gonna come forward. You're gonna hear from him soon, I think. Sonia, what went wrong between me and Dee? Will we overcome it and communicate if possible? Okay, let's see. You can. It's going to take some time. It's not going to be the easiest of reconciliations. Let me see. You may get the opportunity coming up sometime this spring to have a reconciliation with him. Inexplorable. Does he still have feelings for me? Okay. Yes, he does still have feelings. He does. He may act like an ass at times, but he does have feelings. And Ukriti, H's feelings for me. How's H feeling? Regretful about something that happened in the past. He feels like you're loving. He also looks like he may be coming forward. He thinks that you're a nice person, you're attractive, you're a hard worker, that you're a strong character, and that you're genuinely a happy person. NR, will Gusin leave Karama? He was forced by his family to marry her, and he never ended things with me, and all of a sudden I found out from his friends. Okay, will Gusin leave Karama? It's going to take time. He's not going to leave anytime soon. Shemaya Camille, will Quamir ever express how he feels about me, and what are his feelings? There's no communication. Okay. Empress. So you know what that means. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful if you don't want children. He thinks that you're very strong. You're very grounded. You're spiritual. You're beautiful. The relationship can move forward quickly. You may not be communicating now, but once you do talk, and you will, it can move forward quickly. He is going to tell you how he feels. It's going to be hard for him, though. It doesn't come easy for him to speak about his feelings. Shani, I answered that question a few minutes ago. I don't remember how long ago, but I answered it like maybe it was like 10 minutes ago. I think I said you were meeting somebody else, or you were meeting someone new, but I can't remember what the sign was. Harsha, when can I expect a new job? I'm thinking September. Sandy. What's the next for M, the Libra, and I? Okay. Well, here's your Libra. You have magic around the situation, and you also have a wish that comes true. So you may have to give it a little bit of time, let things pan out. I think that you guys may be spending more time together coming up, and there could be also more communication coming in. So hang in there. I got through a lot of people tonight. That was good. V, can you tell me if I'm wasting my time? I can't say right now that you're wasting your time. There still may be more to come here in this situation. Oh, this phone just died. Damn, I hate when that happens. All right, let me plug this in. Queen, will George be a better man when he makes the offer to be with me? No, that's okay. Don't say sorry. You know what? I do think so. I think that he's going to go through hell and back. And by the time he comes back, he's going to have changed. He's going to change a lot. I still think it's going to be your choice. And I'm still not 100% sure you would choose him. But you know what? Let's wait and see when we get there. I mean, if you know, it's funny because my one friend, well, me too. I mean, I did this too, but I had one friend that when she would go in for her readings, and she was, I don't want to give out too much information because it was a secret that she didn't want anyone to know she liked him, and I just wouldn't want her family to see this. She had a work relationship where she was like work wife to this guy, and he was such a shithead. This guy, I never met him, but the best, I used to call him Danny Zuko. You ever see Grease? You know Danny Zuko, John Travolta's character. That's just, when she talked about him, he just reminded me of Danny Zuko. Anyway, I couldn't stand him. He used to pick up, he was married, he used to pick up all these girls working in New York City, and he gave them a phony name, and he had just a shithead. Anyway, my friend had a wicked crush on him, and she knew. She knew he was married. She knew he was never going to leave his wife. She wasn't the cheating type. She didn't want to be the other woman. It was never going to work. And she knew all this. Like, consciously, she knew this. But you know what? Sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants, and logic just goes out the window. So we would be seeing this with this woman, and she would go in there, and she would talk about this creep, Danny Zuko, and you know, the woman that reads our cards would always say things like, well, like there's another guy here, there's another guy here, and for years, I mean, like this went on for years. It had to be at least 5 years. And she would get annoyed. She'd be like, oh, I thought, you know, that there was going to be more to our relationship. I mean, they never hooked up, nothing. They just worked together. Like, she was kind of like his work wife, but nothing else ever happened. And and you know, like we would kind of get annoyed, like, well, how come nothing ever happened with Danny Zuko? How come? Because you know, she'd say, oh, well, he's got feelings for you, and I believe he did. Like, I believe that he was like overprotective and jealous, but nothing ever happened between them. Anyway, so she finally meets the guy who that she winds up marrying, but um, Danny Zuko got really jealous over the other guy, really jealous. Oh, excuse me. But after she met the guy that she married, it's like everything started to make sense. And it was like, why would I want to be like, he was such a creep. Why would I have why would I choose that? At the moment she was annoyed because she was like, well, it feels like I'm not going to end up with him. Meanwhile, we all knew she was going to end up with him. He was married. And, you know, you know what I mean? It's like, all the signs are there. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. But in her head, she still wanted it to happen. And there were feelings there. So it could have happened. If she would have cultivated something, I think it could have happened. But she didn't. She was very reserved. She just wouldn't do something like that. Like another woman would have jumped at the chance. And then at the end of the day, like she kind of understood why she never did and why it never happened. I hope this makes sense. But anyhow, and I mean, it's happened for me too, where like I would be in there and like she'd be like, we're going to be talking about somebody else. Like somebody else is coming in. We're going to be talking about someone else. And I would get annoyed because I would be like, well, it sounds like it's not going to work out with so and so. But then when I would meet the new person, and I was kind of like, you know what? I'm not going to go back to that. You know, so sometimes you need a little bit of perspective. When you're going through the shit, you can't see it, but when you get past it, it makes more sense. I hope that spiel made sense. I'm getting tired and I'm starting to ramble. Amber, love reading. Did I skip anyone? Oh, I skipped Elizabeth. Hang on, let me go find Elizabeth and then I'll do Amber. Yeah, Elizabeth, if you can repost because I can't find it. Amber wants a love reading. Okay. You're no longer going to be holding yourself back. So if somebody shows up, you're going. You're go. There's actually somebody coming in out of the blue. That could be a Pisces that's coming for you. Excuse me. It may be a relationship that's built on solid ground with very deep roots. It also may have a lot of strength around it, and there may be some rest and relaxation going on around you, or you may be taking a day off, or maybe a day to the spa. That's something, a side note that has nothing to do with the love life, but it shows up, so I have to mention it. It looks like you're going to have decisions to make around a soulmate relationship coming in that moves forward quickly, and I think we're looking for a Pisces. I'm looking for Elizabeth's question. Does my brother in A talk about me? Okay. I'm only getting a 33% chance that they talk about you, so I'm not 100% sure. I don't think that if they talk about you, it's nothing of significance at this point. this stupid phone working yet? Stupid phone doesn't want to connect. All right. All right, I'm starting to get tired. So why don't the moderators send in their questions? Kristen 1010, what's he thinking about me? Today I'm a Libra and he's a Taurus. Okay. And then moderators. He's got a lot of worry around him these days. He feels like you belong in his life for some reason. He's not sure what that reason is. He has a lot of respect for you. He thinks you're attractive. He thinks that you're strong. He thinks that you're courageous, intuitive, spontaneous, happy-go-lucky, hardworking, loyal, and very happy. No questions from Mel tonight? Okay. How's your mom doing? I don't know what you're sorry for, but it's okay. I go through the chats so fast that I don't have a chance to really read all. I mean, I don't read most of them. I go just spiral through them. I see something happen, a misunderstanding. It happens. It's not the end of the world. All right, who else is here? Brandy's here. Is that it? Just Brandy and Mel? Oh, and Moon Lover. All right, Moon Lover, send your question, and I will answer for Tara while I wait. What can I expect in the next 2 months? Expect to have choices and decisions to make. Feeling a little bit out of balance with life because things are moving so fast. And a spiritual connection comes in, or a spiritual practice that gives you a lot, speaks to your soul. Life moves forward incredibly fast. Moon Lover, did Paul have anything to do with what happened to T? Okay, let's see. I'm only getting a 33% chance. So if Paul had something to do with it, it would be a very small part. Aw, Mel, I hope that she feels better. I hope she gets discharged too. That sucks. Brandy wants general for the year. Okay. The overall theme of the year for you is you got a lot of happiness coming in. You also have some boundaries and some rules to set up. You know, laying down the law, what you will put up with and what you won't put up with. Stepping out of your box takes you to another level, taking a leap of faith. There's a lot of strength around you, and your intuition is spot on all year. By the end of the year or moving into next year, you should have a large sum of money comes to you. It could be gifted, it could be a bonus, it could be a sign-on bonus, it could be an insurance payout, something like that, but a large sum of money should come in before the end of the year. But the theme for this year for you is happiness. All right, guys, thank you very much, everyone that was in the live stream today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure yet what time. And those of you that wanted to do the love spells, as long as you send everything in by Thursday, sometime Thursday, I can do them on Friday. And that's about it. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.